Everybody, my name is Eric Meyer. I'm the Chief Instructor of the NASA Great Lakes region. Welcome to our NCM event and welcome crossover partners, NASA Mid-South region. We're happy to have you, and this video is for you as much as it is for Great Lakes customers, and particularly anybody who has never been to a NASA event at all. Or if you're returning to a NASA event, we're doing things a little bit differently because of COVID. So pay attention, it's a short video. We want to quickly get you to your 8 o'clock Saturday morning meeting, and that's what this video is about. So we're going to jump right in to this right here. Guys, this is your guide, this schedule right here. This is your guide to success on the weekend. Everything happens based on the schedule. Everything happens based on the schedule. The folks in the control tower do a great job, and also Paul Rady and his team on grid. They run a tight ship. If we get off schedule, we will quickly get back on schedule. We actually have a process for that and margin in the schedule to do that. So have this schedule either in paper or electronic version in your smartphone. If you lose a copy of this, you can go to NASA Central, and they have tons of paper copies, and they can help you with anything. Car numbers, stickers, swag t-shirt purchase. They got great coffee. Well, they don't really have great coffee. They've got coffee. And if you're a coffee snob, go to the Starbucks. I'll show you the Starbucks in a second. So anyway, let's get started here. So as I noted, everything happens based on the schedule. And what we're really talking about is this green area right here. Matter of fact, let me zoom in a little bit, please. And we'll just focus on that part of the schedule right here. So we're talking about, sports fans, this area right here. So visiting instructors, HPDE 1, 2, 3, 4, this video is for you. In a second, we're going to talk about the logistics of getting into the track, but from a broad overview, you need to see this. At 7:15, HPDE 1 and 2 are on grid for tech. And there's a process for that that's different than last year. That's at 7:15. You can see that right there. Have your tech form ready, have your helmet, have your car cleaned out, have your numbers on. If you don't have numbers, you can buy them at very inexpensively. Nice big numbers, big contrasting numbers that are on the tech form. It says big contrasting numbers. So they're easy to see for the control tower. You can buy those at the NASA Central or the registration area. Make sure you have those numbers on as when you arrive to grid, so you can get a successful pass tech and get a tech sticker. Okay, I'd recommend you arriving no later than 6:45 a.m. Central for that. Again, you're on grid, HPD 1 and 2 tech only at 7:15. HPD 3 and 4, and I'll show you on the map in a second, you do not go to grid, you do not go to grid, you do not go to grid. Your car is you and your car, you do a self-tech process. So you want to take your completed HPDE tech form and take it to your group leader. They will assign you a tech sticker. And remember, you're signing off that your car has been endorsed and it's okay. And for any visiting folks that are in 3 and 4, I highly recommend, and this is for 1 and 2, I highly recommend always having a right seat. We are a heavy instruction-based program in the right seat. And for those that do not have a right seat, I will tell you right now, right from the chief instructor, your rate of advancement is much, 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 much slower than a person with the right seat. We put that much emphasis on an instructor evaluating you from the right seat. This is very hard to do when you're in a follow car or a lead car watching you, the driver, without a right seat. So highly recommend getting that. Okay, so we got our 7:15 for HPD 1 and 2 on grid. We have all these 8 o'clock meetings right down here, and we're going to show you all about that. I want to see that for you visiting instructors, that's a 7 a.m. meeting, and you want to attend that to get your wristband, or come find me, and I'll ask you why you didn't attend the meeting. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, please, is we're going to go to the NCM map, and we're going to go down this process very, very quickly. Again, if the goal is to get you to your morning meeting, 8 o'clock, very quickly and successfully after having teched your car. If you're brand new to this event, you'll note that the track in the center of the map right here is just south of the gigantic Corvette facility and just east of right here, the wonderful Corvette Museum. It's very easy to find. And I want to show you one thing for a super secret hot tip. Tip number one. Tip number one is when you come in, there are two gas stations right here. Let me change this color so it's easier to see. There are two gas stations right here that offer gas that's very inexpensive. There's a McDonald's for breakfast and a new Starbucks that's right here. This is an older map. There's also, I think this is a Burger King or Arby's or Hardee's or something like this. Actually, there's a Hardee's across the street over there. So there's some quick breakfast and gas. If you're going to get gas, recognize that there's probably a bunch of other racers up there filling a bunch of jugs. So big race or fuel gas for their race cars. That's a lot cheaper than at the track. You might have to wait a few minutes. So either arrive with a full tank or wait a few minutes. Okay, so the track's just a few minutes away. And how we get there, pretty super simple. We're just going to drive right down this Corvette lane. We're going to go by the museum. We're going to go all the way down. We're going to take a left. We're going to go under I-65 and you take your very first left. That's it. If you're driving fast and you're late, you might pass this area right here. So be safe, drive a little slower, pay attention, and look out for policemen because they like to hang out by the track. They hang out by every track, by the way. That's international rule, especially Saturday night and Sunday afternoon. Okay, I'm going to zoom a little bit because we're going to get you to the track successfully. So if you've never been to this track or others, the process is pretty much the same every single time. And that process is you enter the track, you stop somewhere, you sign a liability waiver, and you get a wristband. It's the same way with this event right here. I'm going to point that out very, very quickly. You're going to come into the track as noted here. Right here is the guard shack. You want to bear left. The guard will come out. See if I can zoom in on that a little bit. The guard will come out there. He'll give you a clipboard. And a lot of you already know this, but if you're first time and you're like, what's going on here? This is normal. You're going to sign your name. You're going to print your name typically, and you're going to get a wristband. That wristband goes on your left arm. And if you leave the track to get lunch or for the end of the evening, when you come back in, keep that wristband on and just show them the wristband when you're driving through the left side right here, and they will wave you on. They know what you're doing. So we're going to go right through there. By the way, this is where the gas pumps are at the track. Again, they're a little more expensive, but they're very convenient. I believe that's also where the fluid dump is for oil or brake fluid, things of that nature. Okay. Park and where to park and facility. This is the majority of the nature of this quick video. And it's important to note that please do not park because you will be towed in an area that I'm about to identify right now. The way a track event works, and this is for you new folks, a track event works is there is a lot of traffic flow. We're getting on and off the track. And this is especially critical because racers and time trialers who are running for championship points this weekend on Saturday, if you block them and they can't get out to track, you're going to meet an unhappy person who might have just lost a championship because you weren't paying attention to this video or orange cones or signage. So being a little firm there, but I'm doing it on purpose because please pay attention. Okay. Red equals do not park here. Unless you have cleared it with the track and have an RV, this area right here on that part of the track is no parking. This area right here is our grid. It will be noted, it'll be wide open with a bunch of cones. This is G for grid. Never park there. Ever, 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 ever. Okay, there's a couple individual parking spaces. Actually, let me pull that out. Excuse me, apologies. There's instructor parking is noted right here that's reserved for some instructors. It's a little bit small. And that's basically it for the parking. Now, from an administrative standpoint, right here, and I'll put this in blue, is NASA Central, and also the early morning meetings for HPDE 3 and 4. Also, if you're a time trialer, it's time trialers as well. So at 8 o'clock, you want to go right to this building. This is also NASA Central. That's registration, car numbers, and things of that. This building right here, which is the Holly building, H for Holly, the classroom is down here on the first floor on this end, as are the bathrooms that are about here. You can get coffee in here. You can buy some safety equipment and some various fluids and things like that. That's a nice area to go to. So those are the two main areas that you need to know for administrative and for education classroom. All the classroom sessions, as noted on the schedule for HPD 1, 2, 3, and 4 are mandatory. If you miss them because you don't feel like going, don't be prepared to go out on track because you won't have a track pass. For any of you that are watching that want to know about tech, this is tech as it relates in the tech flow for race cars and time trials. You'll come in at the top of the screen and you'll exit here. For those of you that want to have some lunch, I believe we're going to have that awesome, I think it's called Shogun, the Shogun Chinese food. I think they're there. I don't hold me to it. That's some fantastic Chinese, and their yum yum sauce is the bomb. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's go where, oh, there's one other thing as well. So this area right in here, I'm going to put it in red. You don't want to park anywhere related to in here. So kind of the theme that you're seeing here is there's a bunch of stuff where you don't want to park, which is to say that you are parking at your spot that I'm getting ready to show you in green, and you're walking quite a bit. The good thing is we put the parking by the classrooms, by NASA Central, by the bathrooms, by observation for the track. So don't get down in here because we tow cars and it blocks the access to the track. And while we're on that, we'll be entering the track here. And we'll be coming off, I'll show you a screen in a little bit. So basically you'll be lining up here for grid in a diagonal formation. And when Paul Rady, the guy in the funny pants who owns the grid, you do what he says. If he says, come on, you come on. If he says, stop, you say, stop. You don't tangle with Paul. That's his baby. He's been doing it for a long time and he's a professional at it. He's very, very good. Done a lot of professional events. So you'll be leaving here and going out on track. This is the start finish line. Okay, we are back to some green on where to park. There's an area right here. There's an area right here. There's an area right here. And basically about anything over in this area and farther that way, you are welcome to it. For you Supra folks, the NASA Supra program, you'll be coming here at 4 o'clock on Saturday for early registration right here, S for Supra. And so nobody parked there on either Saturday and Sunday. That's right here. Making sense so far? Okay, let's keep going. We're almost done. The morning meeting locations, very important. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and the video is almost done. Thanks for bearing with me. Again, our goal is to get you successfully to the through tech, HPD 1 and 2, and into the classroom meetings. Okay, 7:15 tech HPDE 1 and 2. You'll recall that our grid was right here. Oops, got the wrong tool. I apologize. Where's my tool? There it is right there. That sounds weird. That tech is right here. Do not show up on tech. You're going to start a line right here. This is being the first car and the second car. And I want you to line up right here along this guardrail. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you could show up about 7 o'clock and park and wait right here, we're going to usher you into one of 2 lines. right here an HPD1 line where you'll go all the way down and you'll stop here. You'll present your tech form, your white tech form. Please bring your helmet. Please have your car emptied. Please have your numbers on your car, which are available right here if you don't have them. Large contrasting numbers so the folks in race control can see you, and so they don't pull in the wrong car. If they can't see your numbers, their policy is to pull people in and say, dude, I can't see your numbers. I don't care how cool your car looks with matching dark numbers, but we can't see them. They got to be big and they got to be contrasting. Same rules that the pros do. So we're going to have a one line for HPD1, and we're going to have another line for HPD2. And when you get in this line, you'll go all the way down to the end. You'll be greeted from some instructors in these red shirts or red hats, and they're going to help you tech your process, or they're going to help you tech your car. You're going to stay in your car. You're going to give them the white form. You're going to pop your trunk. You're going to pop your hood. They're going to, a couple guys are going to quickly jump on your car. They're going to check your tech form, and they're going to give you a tech sticker and wave you on. That's basically it. And at that point, you're welcome to exit and drive around this way. Do not turn around on grid right here. Please leave grid, go back to your spot. That's at 7:15 HPD1 and HPD2. Again, you're going to get in line right here. And we have a meeting, an instructors meeting. If you remember, the instructors will be teching your car. Our instructor meeting is from 7 a.m. to about 7:14 and 59 seconds. So if you don't see anybody for a minute or two and you're down here P1 and you're arriving early, just hang out. We'll get you and we'll get you quickly out of there. That's at 7:15. This is a 10-minute process at tops. Remember to have your white tech form filled out. Oh, by the way, during this tech process, we're going to give you an extra schedule. Remember how I told you the schedule is so key? We're going to give you extra mask because COVID rules, both for the state, for NCM, and for NASA, require you 6-foot distance and also anything inside or a download outside. So anytime you're inside, mandatory masks, or I'm going to come find you and ask you to say, hey, see you, bye. There's no negotiation for indoors without a mask. Again, that's why we're giving you a mask, so you have a spare one. Okay. Morning meeting locations. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So on the schedule, if you recall, especially for your HPD2 folks, at 8 a.m., all of this will happen right here. And I've lost my map. Apologies, guys. Make sure I'm, I think I just zipped out of this. Technology. There we go. There we go. Okay. So here we are, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. The goal of this video is to get you to this location quickly and safely, no anxiety. So we'll use the color of blue. HPD1, you're going to meet right here in front of the Holly building. Right here. And you're going to look for this guy right here. These two guys right here, HPD1. Actually, I'm going to do this. Actually, I'm going to see if I can do this right now. Bear with me. Didn't work. I'm going to stop share and pay attention to your group leaders that you're about to meet. Here we go. See this cat right here? That's John Santiago. There's Jerry, Chuck, and Ross Bentley. That's who you're looking for one of your group leaders for HPD1. HPD1. This handsome, dashing gentleman is not only a great cook, but is also a HPD1 leader. Welcome, Robert Ellis. Robert always tows from Iowa. He's got the longest tow. He's got like 40 years of rally driving experience. Look for Robert or John Santiago right there on the left for HPD1 in the morning in front of the Holly building. Okay. We're going to go back to our map here, please. I'm going to try to go back to our map. Thanks for bearing with me. Doesn't like to keep the maps, does it? Okay. HPD2. Also going to use blue. HPD2, after you check your car, you have an early classroom. And that classroom is in this building right here in the Holly building on the first floor, back in the corner. And I've noticed that the map is not showing up. So let me try that again. My friends, there it is right there. Thank you. That Holly building that HPD1 is going to meet in front of. We'll also use blue here. That HPDE classroom is on the first floor on the end, and you can access that in one of three ways. Right through here, where HPD1 is meeting in the morning at 8 o'clock, through this side door. Be careful of all this traffic. It goes out on track, or right here. So on the first floor, there are two classrooms. It's probably going to be the one that's farthest away from the corner right here. Also note there's male and female bathrooms right here. Those dudes that you're looking for, those wonderful guys that run our HPD2 program, are right here. This cat right here, John Taylor, he's one of the founding members. He's probably wearing white shoes. Called you out, John. And he now has a smartphone. He used to carry a flip phone for like 40 years. So that's one of the three group leaders. Look for him in that classroom or on grid. Drives a blue Corvette. You're going to see this awesome guy, best wheelchair athlete I've ever met, Derek Mortland. He loves helping people. He loves riding with people. HPD2 group leader, Derek Mortland. You also see our third group leader, and this is wonderful, Joey Pollock. Joey has a great background of aviation flight trainer for the Navy for A6 intruders. He does some absolutely great classroom instruction, and he's a heck of a great driver in a black ND Mazda. That's HPD2, 8 o'clock, meet in the classroom. Don't be late. Okay, we're going to HPD 3 and 4 right now. And we're going to jump over to that map, see if we've done this correctly. And the software just doesn't like this. Okay, we're going to try that again. Thanks for bearing with me. There we go. HPD 3 and 4. Going to use the blue for you. Remember, you're bypassing tech at 7:15. You're doing your completed tech form, and you're going to take it to meet your group leaders at 8 o'clock. Here's where you're going to meet those cats. Right in here. It's probably be in these two garages, but go to this area right here. That's HPD 3 and 4. And you're going to look for these dudes right here, please. Let's go back to here and here. You're going to meet HPDE 3 group leader, Robin. And that's this dude right here. Robin is a multi-time American Iron and Spec Iron champion. He is a HPD 3 group leader. He brings probably the most racing knowledge of anybody in our region to the table to education. He's absolutely wonderful. He talks all the time. I'm razzing him for that, but what comes out of his mouth is great experience and education. Additionally, in this photo is co-chief instructor Jeff Henderson. Jeff is here to help. If you need anything, he'll have a walkie-talkie, ask him. And this is also Jay Andrew. He's the regional director. And that's yours truly over here. So that's Robin for HPD 3. There's Jeff to help you, and Jay, who's probably at NASA Central. You're also going to meet Mike Job. This is the best photo I could get of Mike Job. Mike Job, big, tall Uncle Mike. He drives a blue and green Corvette, and he's the tallest guy with an accent from Mississippi. And he is probably one of the most wonderful, genuine, I want to help HPD4 drivers get better than you could possibly imagine. Mike has several national championships in driving his Corvette in autocross, and he's a hell of a racer, and he's great at setup. He's really, really good at tire pressure. So that's Mike. That's it. I'm Eric Meyer. On behalf of all the team, welcome Mid-South. And everybody, please, HPD 1 and 2, 7:15, HPD 3 and 4, 8 o'clock. Be there a few minutes early. Look for the folks I just pointed out to you. Don't hesitate to find me or anybody with a red shirt if you need help. Looking forward to a great weekend. and we'll see you soon.